It's growing. Holy Sigma!
Hi everyone and welcome to this first episode of Critical Role, named The Battle of Arnulf. I am Zab and with me my co-host Femto.
Hello and welcome in the ruin of Shadespire.
For this first show, we have used the standard deck from the Shadespire start box and I'm gonna play the Stormcast Liberator.
And I'll take the Khorne Bloodreaver.
We have displayed the board in a classic way, put the objective on the board, deploy the Bond and start the game.
In this game my objective is sacrifice the weakest. I think this is a great plan for Khorne, so I started with charge of Karsus on Bright Shield. He comforted me in this choice of sacrifice him because he missed his attack.
Of course, I make a success on my defense and become Inspire. For my first activation, I bravely move Oberyn closer to Karsus and finish on the objective 4. And that's all for me.
Targor will join the fight and he charge Oberyn. I hope this time some blood will shed. And effectively he arrived to break some tooth to his opponent.
Oberyn, block a part of the attack and become Inspire, but take 1 damage. Steelheart, scream for revenge in the name of Sigmar and charge the poor Karsus who take a big sword right in his face, and project his head right on the Khorne Throne of Skull. I use my objective card, who give me 1 more victory point when I kill an enemy after a charge move, and use this brain French new point to give a new action to Bright Shield. Now, when she guard, every other friendly model adjacent to her will be in guard too.
Theg, called by the blood of Oberyn, make his charge. He wants to finish him. During the fight, he feels the blade of Khorne himself just before he puts his blade in the chest of Oberyn. He made her, and he killed him. During this fight, Arnulf, who wants to be a part of this battle, finds on the ground a demoniac blade.
Bright Shield, feeling the trouble after Oberyn's death, uses his new action and put herself and Steelheart on guard.
Now with this fresh new blade, Arnulf charged Steelheart. I hope with this move complete the objective card, nobody on an objective. And maybe Arnulf let himself die to inspire the other Khorne's Bloodreavers.
Bright Shield, as a protector of the group, go help his leader when she sees the weapon on Arnulf the Terrible, and, guided by Sigmar himself, make a critical roll. But at this moment, the Blood God was looking the fight in the cursed city, and make us know Khorne is not okay, and on a critical roll. Arnulf escaped death 1 more time.
End phase. I complete my card, nobody is on an objective, and I score 1 point.
Final score on this first turn. Liberator 2.
Bloodreavers 2.
Surrounded, Bright Shield make rise a shield to make the Stormcast on guard. And that's all.
Targor starts with attacking Steelheart. In this fight he arrived to take multiple hits on Steelheart and he hurt him. Khorne, proud of this fight, made blood rain for disturb the species in armor fighting Earth.
Steelheart, disturbed by the raining blood, are tired of this mess and do a big mighty swing to clean that up. He hit Arnulf the Terrible at the demoniac blade, but this one always under the watch of the Blood God make a successful defense roll. The hit mistake, but ended with a double on Targor Joe, who was vaporized. At this precise moment, Steelheart remember an ancient secret technique of the Sigmarite monk and do a sidestep, who put it out of range of Khorne fighter. Seeing this amazing move, Garek become frenzy and win by the way 1 more dice when he make a charge move.
The death of Torgar during the Blood Rain inspire all the Bloodreaver survivors. Garek charged Bright Shield and he arrived on an objective 3 for made an offering to Khorne. But despite his inspiration, all attacks are blocked by the shield. Khorne hates the Koa who hiding us behind shield, so he protects all his disciples. The Bloodreaver can't die in the next fight.
Listening only to my courage, I draw an objective card for this activation.
Arnulf the Terrible had the demoniac blade charged Bright Shield, but it's the first time he used this sword, so he missed his attack.
Steelheart decide to get rid of the Inspire Arnulf the Terrible at the demoniac blade by another mighty swing, but this one once again makes a successful defense roll. But Garek, blinded by his frenzy, takes the blow on his chest and takes 2 damage.
Saek jumps into the fight against Bright Shield. This third fight is the last for her. She is exhausted by the 2 previous fights and she can't protect herself with her shield, and finally she dies. Korn the Blood God plays Harnif the Terrible at the Demonic Blade, who is training to use his new sword.
Hand score of the second round, Liberator 3.
Bloodreaver 4.
Last turn. Steelheart, after a short prayer, lifts one more time his sword to make a mighty swing and get rid of these 2 opponents. But Sigmar, who created the Stormcast not to have to do the job himself, do not intervene in favor of his champion, and Steelheart failed to hit anybody.
The Inspire Harnif the Terrible at the Demonic Blade attacks Steelheart, but he misses again his hit. Maybe he needs more training with the sword.
Steelheart, who was not discouraged, tried again a mighty swing with his sword, and this time cut Garek in 2 and make a critical roll. On the Inspire Harnif the Terrible at the Demonic Blade, little pet of Korn. But it was without counting on Korn is not okay. And on a critical roll. Harnif the Terrible at the Demonic Blade, little pet of Korn, get out again, unarmed.
Protected by the Blood God himself, the Inspire Harnif the Terrible at the Demoniac Blade, little pet of Korn do another attack on Steelheart, and this attack miss again, like all the other one. Maybe he can't be a fighter.
Steelheart gathered all his courage and concentrated his energy under the look of his fallen friend and brother, and on a final attack against the pet of Korn, managed to kill him in a flash of blinding light, returning the skull of Harnif the Useless One to his master.
After the death of Harnif the Useless One, Saek ran away the fight on the Objective 2 to have an offering to make to the Blood God to be forgiven for being a Korra.
And for my final activation, I drew the Objective 3 card, who was just out of reach. For this final phase, I score a victory card by taking no damage, and another one for killing Garek, the leader of the Bloodreavers, for a total of 7 victory points.
I scored the Objective 2, but it wasn't enough to win this fight. Saek will not be forgiven.
Hand score, Liberator 7,
Bloodreaver 5.
Victory Stormcast. Thanks to the team of War of Sigmar website to give us some information who help us make this show. A big thanks to Art of Rapier for his Lord Castellan miniature, and to Patrice for the Games Workshop in Nice, France for his carbons. Also thanks to La Guerre au Garage to give us the will to make this video.
See you in 2 weeks for a special fight for Halloween. If you have any idea, let us know in the comments. And until this,
may Zench roll the dice for you.